Any other questions out there? Yeah, so it's shakeups with the Dow, Exxon Mobile out, and Pfizer out, Salesforce and Honeywell in. Yeah, so these things happen, right? And so every year, people probably don't know this, every year, right? Like, for example, the S&P 500 goes through what we call a reconstitution. The Dow Jones goes through the same thing. Right, so the Dow Jones is essentially 30 stocks, blue chip stocks that represent the industrial segment of America. It was started, all right, before the 1900s, is the kind of the first index, if you will, market tracker. Don't even recommend following it. The S&Ps and give you a much broader index and much more clarification on what the markets are doing. The S&P 500 represents the Fortune 500 companies of America. And as you'll see, what happens with the Dow, and to answer your question, what happens with the S&P is that every year some companies do better and some companies do worse. Right? So the Fortune 500 companies aren't the same every single year. So every summer time frame, right? The indices, those indices, they say, well, who's the Fortune 500 companies of today, or who's the Dow 30 today? And those companies change, right? Because a company like Salesforce grows their revenue and they become great. And so that now they become, the top 30. Or the S&P, maybe some companies do bad and they fall out of the S&P. New companies do well and they jump into the S&P. So that's what happens. So it's really not abnormal. Again, if you're hearing those things and it scares you a little bit, it's just the media. But that happens every single year. We go through a reconstitution and those indices change. Companies do better, companies do worse, and that's what makes them fluctuate.